Hello everyone, my name is Kathryn Gathje and I am currently a senior here at Midland. I am majoring in human performance exercise science and I minored in coaching and nutrition. And I'm just here to tell you a little bit about my internship experience. I am hoping to get into graduate school next year for occupational therapy, so that is what I did all my internships for. My first one, which was a $2.99, I believe it's 40 hours. I interned at a place here in Fremont called Nye Square, which is a nursing home. So there, you basically just deal with geriatrics, and a lot of them are inpatient, so they'll be coming from their room, or you might just you might even go meet them in their room to do the therapy session that day. Basically, I feel like your first internship is mostly just observation, and you're really just getting a feel for the career itself, especially if you haven't job shadowed before. You might not know much about it, and so this is just a great experience to really make sure that you're liking this career and that it's just something you want to pursue. Like I said, it was mostly observation, so a lot of the clients there just had balance or coordination issues, or they needed help strengthening or working on flexibility because, like I said, they are elderly there. And then I also saw a couple Parkinson's patients there as well. And this is a time I feel like you just really need to ask a lot of questions. Like I said, like me personally, I didn't job shadow occupational therapy before this internship, so I didn't know a lot about it. So this was a really great opportunity just to ask a ton of questions, especially if you're not sure like what therapy they're doing that day or anything of that nature. And then my $3.99 I did here in Fremont as well at Fremont Therapy and Wellness. I believe it's 65 hours, and I did mine over the summer, so I went in a couple of days a week. And they do mostly, it's all outpatient, and then you get to see a variety of ages there as well instead of just geriatrics. And then the occupational therapists there specialize in hand, wrists, and elbows. So I saw a lot of like people who struggled with tennis elbow or carpal tunnel, things of that nature. And there's also a pelvic health occupational therapist there, which I didn't even know that was a thing until I met with her. And she works with like people who may struggle going to the bathroom, or who struggle like they can't hold it in. So that was very interesting to learn about as well. And I really enjoyed my time at Fremont Therapy and Wellness because they make you try everything. So I learned about like something called the Graston technique, which is basically like an instrument like this big, and it's like deep tissue massage. And then they also have something called the anti-gravity treadmill, which they let me get inside of and experience, which was awesome. They also have a water treadmill, which I got to experience as well, and it was just a really neat thing to be able to try, because you see all their patients trying it and you just always wonder what it feels like for them. So they ran me through that and had me try some of the therapy techniques in the water treadmill there as well. And then they also have something called dry needling. So it's literally like where they stick little needles into some soft tendons, muscles of that nature. So that was a really great experience there for me as well. I really just enjoyed my time because they like make you learn, they make you ask questions, and they're willing to help you out no matter what. Like they know you're in your undergrad, and they're willing to help you through it. And then I'm currently doing my $4.99 right now, which is 130 hours, and I'm doing it at a place called Heartland Equine Therapeutic Riding Academy, which is located right outside Gretna. And I am the first person from Midland to do an internship there. And so far, I've really enjoyed it. If you don't know what it is, it's basically hippotherapy, it's called. And so participants of all ages and of all disabilities will come in, and then they'll ride the horses, and then you do your therapy session with them and they're riding a horse. And it's been one of the neatest experiences I've had, because not a lot of people know about hippotherapy in general, and it's starting to gain more popularity. So I've had a great experience there. Basically, during the sessions, I'm a side walker, so you'll walk along the participant, like holding onto their ankle or their knee, just to ensure safety for them. And then you'll also like help set up the arena for exercises that they do. And then at HETRA as well, there is a class called Life Skills, which is where some participants come in and you just teach them more about overall just like nutrition and how to care for themselves and about safety. And it just really helps them grow mentally and emotionally. Like, you might see patients or participants who deal with anxiety and things of that nature. So that has been a great learning experience for me. I've definitely learned a lot, and I've just really enjoyed my time there overall. I know a lot of these internships, they seem time consuming and they might seem silly, but they've truly helped me. Especially, like, I'm starting to see it now as a senior, as I've been applying to grad schools. A lot of the applications, they look for experience or internships in general, and usually they ask for a ton of hours, and I'm just grateful that Midland has like basically made you do this. Without like that reinforcement from Midland, I probably would not have as many hours as I would right now. And I know that it stands out on applications, and it's also easier to talk about when you are interviewing for grad school, just about your experiences in general. And I really think that's been valuable for me as I'm going through the application process. Besides that, I would say campus assignments, they can be time consuming, but if you stay on top of them, then they are simple, they are self-explanatory. You just have to stay on top of them, make sure you're looking ahead, especially if it's something with meeting in the career studio. Like, I know a lot of people, they try to contact the career studio the day of, and it just doesn't work like that, so just make sure you work ahead. And then overall, I would just say that these internships, you really get out what you put in. So if you're just going there and you're there just to sit around, like, you're not going to learn anything. Like I said, the first one's mostly observation. That's okay, but the next couple, you really just need to get involved. Like, I know mine, they would give me one client every day to personally work with. So obviously the therapist is sitting next to me and will give me direction if needed, but it's mostly like you're kind of on the spot, and everything that you've been observing up until then, you take into your own hands. So I would say take these internships seriously. They are going to be helpful in the end. I know they can seem time consuming or silly, but they really are worth it. And just make sure you ask questions, and at the end of the day, you get in what you put out. But yeah, I've had a really great experience here in Midland, and I've enjoyed all the places I've chosen. And hopefully I get into therapy school next year. Thank you.